here is a quick little shoulder stretching, wrist stretching flow. It's be between 20 and 30 minutes. And yeah, I'm gonna throw this under my handstand boot camp stuff, but also it's a really good little restorative, gentle flow if your shoulders are tight for whatever reason, if you've been doing a lot of stuff with your wrists recently, so if you've been sitting at a desk a lot, typing away, if you've been lifting a lot, or just doing different things, moving maybe, or yard work that's causing your shoulders and your wrists just to feel achy and tight and everything like that. So if you want to start, we're going to start seated. So if you want to grab a pillow in my case, or a bolster or a block to sit on, you're more than welcome to. And with all my shorter classes, we're not going to really take time at the end for Shavasana, or a long time at the end, so I'll invite you to stay for as long as you want. But today's whole focus of class is just to be stretching out our upper body, and specifically those shoulders and those wrists. So go ahead, coming into a comfortable seated position, crisscross applesauce around your knees, your choice. Just close your eyes. And just take a wiggle and a roll on your shoulders here before you settle into some stillness. Palms face up towards the sky for receiving energy. Palms face down on your knees for grounding energy. And just begin to take a few settling and grounding breaths here. Beginning to forget about your day. Forgetting about anything that may or may not happen later on. And just bring your focus and your mind here onto your mat and into your body. Mindfully beginning to lengthen your inhales and your exhales. Not taking any specific pranayama today, just merely breathing, connecting to our body and connecting to our breath. Go ahead, inhale, reach your hands all the way up towards the sky, taking a big breath in. As you exhale, pull your hands down to your heart space. Taking a second here to seal in an intention for your practice. Maybe think of a mantra, one word to help you move and flow, or maybe just simply think about whatever brought you here onto your mat today. And just keep that in mind. And then inhale, reach your hands up towards the sky, and as you exhale, pull your hands down, sealing in your intention, sealing in that mantra. And keeping your eyes closed, or maybe you open them. Take your hands down onto your kneecaps and tuck your chin in towards your chest. You're stretching out the back of your neck. I know that sounds odd since we're focusing on shoulders and wrists here, but your traps, which are a big shoulder muscle, connect right on your occipital condyles. They run all the way up through your neck. So maybe your neck is tight because your shoulders are tight, but also this is going to help release your traps a little bit. And then inhale, bring your head back to center. Exhale, side and then inhale, reach your hands all the way up towards the sky. And as you exhale, take your left hand down to the mat, reaching your right hand up towards the sky before you reach your right hand down and over towards the left here. And you can stay here with your hand reaching out, or maybe you take your hand to the back of your head and lean your head back into your hand like a hammock here. Stretching that shoulder. Stretching your neck, and your left hand can stay on the mat, left elbow lifted, or your left elbow and left forearm can come all the way down to the earth here, taking a deeper stretch. And again, eyes closed, maybe eyes open. And then inhale, and as you exhale, slowly release both hands up towards the sky, inhaling in. As you exhale, tilt down and over towards the right. Right hand plants on the mat, reaching your left hand up towards the sky before it comes down over towards the left, or towards the right, excuse me. Left hand coming behind your head if you did on the other side, back into that hammock stretch. Feels really nice on that shoulder. And nice in the sense that it's a deep stretch. Maybe your elbow comes down, mat. And inhale as you exhale, slowly come all the way back up. Hands reaching all the way up towards the sky. Take a breath in as you exhale. Interlace your hands here and press your palms up towards the sky. Stretching out your knuckles, stretching out your shoulders. Maybe take a wiggle and a roll here. Let's take a breath in as you exhale. Bring your shoulders down directly in front of you. Hands still interlaced and arms down directly in front of you, stretching out your shoulders this way. So arms out in front, not shoulders, but arms. Take a breath in as you exhale. Reach your hands all the way up towards the sky. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower them back down. Palms out in front of you. Take a breath in as you exhale, lift up. Inhale and exhale, bring your hands down in front. Taking a breath in as you exhale, reach up. Lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, lower down, hold here. Actively pressing your knuckles forward, pressing your palms forward. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift your hands all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your lower back. Interlace them. Take your yoga mudra. Press your knuckles down towards the mat as you broaden your collarbones. Gaze up. Stretch out your shoulders. Good. And then bring your head back neutral. Take a breath as you exhale. Take your fist over towards your right hip here. Good. And you can stay here, head straight up towards the sky, or you can bring your right ear down towards your right shoulder, or your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Figure out what stretch works best for you there. Typically we do left shoulder, left ear, but personally sometimes I prefer to do right shoulder, right ear when my hands come to my side, and it's just a different stretch. So just go where you want, or head stays straight up towards that sky. Your choice here. I'm going to take a breath in as you exhale, release your hands back behind you. Inhale, reach your hands all the way up towards the sky. Big stretch up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your lower back, interlace them, yoga mudra. Press those fists down, smile your chest up towards the sky. Taking a big breath in as you exhale, head comes back to neutral. Let's take that fist of yours over towards the left hip now. Excuse me. I swear, allergies are the worst this year. And it's the most awkward year to have really bad allergy, guys. And again, your head can stay straight up towards the sky. Left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. Your choice here. But again, this gentle neck stretch again is going to help stretch out your shoulders too. I know that sounds weird, but it does. Then go ahead and take a big breath in as you exhale, release. Inhale, sweep your hands all the way up towards the sky, palms come together to touch. As you exhale, bring your hands down to your lower back, interlace them, yoga mudra, press your knuckles down, lift your sternum up, gaze up, inhaling in, and as you exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Seated forward fold here with yoga mudra hands. And then go ahead and inhale, and as you exhale, slowly come back up to your seated position. Inhale, reach your hands up towards that sky. And as you exhale, bring your hands down in front of you here. And let's flex our right palm so our right palm is facing out in front of us, and take our left hand to our right palm. So our left palm is resting on our right palm. And we're going to pull back on our right hand here, stretching out our right wrist. So hitting those wrists now. I'm going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, slowly release. Taking your right hand and left hand out in front of you. Take a breath in. As you exhale, flex your left palm towards the front of your mat. Right hand comes to rest over your left palm, and stretch your left hand back. Feeling that deep stretch on the palmar aspect of our hand and of our wrist here. So not the back side of our hand and our arm, but more of that inside side, that palm aspect. Take a big breath as you exhale, release. And then keeping your hands out in front of you, take a breath as you exhale, rock up into your knees, plant your hands down on the mat, tabletop position. Good. And then go ahead, just take it with some rock side to side here on your hands. Maybe you rock back and forth. Your choice, just taking the best movement for you. We're going to do a little bit more of a wrist stretch here. So let's take our right hand and our left hand out, so that way our fingertips are pointing towards the long edges of our mat here. So rotating them 90 degrees. And then begin to rock side to side here, right and left. And at any point here, you can settle into stillness, actively leaning over towards one side. And then go ahead and switch if you're leaning to one side, or maybe just continuing to rock side to side. Left and right, right and left. And just breathe. And go ahead and inhale, and as you exhale, settle into stillness, both hands facing out towards the long edges of your mat. Let's take our left hand and point it back towards the top of our mat, and take our right hand and point all 5 of our fingertips back towards our right knee here. Now this is a really intense wrist stretch, so you can stay here in stillness. Maybe you begin to rock back and forth. Your choice. But just breathing into your right arm here and your right forearm, your right wrist, all of it, because I know this can be super, super intense. And feel free to stay here with your right fingertips pointing back, towards your right knee, right palm down the mat, or maybe you flip your right palm up towards that sky. All 5 of your fingertips still pointing back towards your right knee. And again, this is a super intense stretch. Hugging your belly button up and in. You can run the stretch wherever you are with your right hand, your right wrist for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bring your right hand back down the mat so all 5 of your fingertips are pointing towards the front of the mat. If you want to give your wrist a shake out, you're more than welcome to. Before you plant it back down on the mat. And let's take our left hand and point all 5 of our left fingertips back towards our left knee, palm face down the mat, and maybe you begin to rock back and forth here. Maybe you settle into stillness. Your choice. And again, you have that option to stay here with all 5 of your left fingertips pointing back towards your left knee with palm down on the mat, or you can flip your left palm up towards the sky. Coming into that deeper stretch here. And again, just breathe. And then go ahead and take a breath in wherever you are, and as you exhale, point all 5 of your left fingertips out towards the front of your mat. Good. And maybe you take that wiggle, that roll in your left wrist here. Good. And then as you're ready, plant that left hand back down on the mat. Good. And then inhale, reach your right hand all the way up towards the sky. Come in to thread the needle. Take a breath in as you exhale. Bend into your left elbow. Take your right arm long out of your mat. Right ear comes to rest here. And you can keep your left hand down on the mat. You can lift up your left hand and take it around towards your right hip crease here if you wish. Your choice. Just coming into your best thread the needle. And just simply breathe. And go take a breath, and as you exhale, plant that right hand back down the mat. Inhale, reach your right hand all the way up towards the sky. Take a breath, and as you exhale, take the right hand down to the mat. Head to the left side. Inhale, reach your left hand all the way up towards the sky. Taking a big breath in. As you exhale, swim your left arm underneath your right, bending into your right elbow here, planting your right hand down the mat, or beginning to deepen the stretch. Whenever you're ready, taking that right hand into your right hip crease if that would serve you. Maybe you close your eyes here. And it's right hand to the left hip crease. I think I might have said right to right. I'm not sure. So just clarifying. Right hand, left hip crease. And go take a big breath in as you exhale again. Slowly unwind, playing your right hand down. Inhale, reach your left hand all the way up towards the sky before you bring your left hand down onto that mat. Good. And then from here, take a breath in as you exhale. Sink your hips down towards your heels. Child's pose here. Stretching your arms, lying on front of your forehead, resting down onto the mat. And then from here, let's bring our palms together to touch. Pinkies down on the mat. And then bend your elbows here, taking your thumbs into the center of your back. Kind of like a reverse prayer here. Stretching out your shoulders. Go take a big breath in as you exhale, slowly release. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Inhale, rock up, tabletop position. And then as you're ready, sink your hips back down towards your heels, so you're coming to sit on your heels. Swing your legs out to one side, or your hips out to one side to swing your legs out in front of you. Come back into the comfortable seated position you started with. And if you came into crisscross applesauce, change out what legs on in the front this time, or what legs on top, however you want to think of it. Because we're going to take a few more seated shoulder stretches before we make our way down towards our mat to stretch out in a different way. So inhale, reach your hands up towards that sky. And as you exhale, wrap your right arm underneath your left here, coming into eagle arms. And just pull your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Good. And then inhale, lift up. And as you exhale, hinge forward with your eagle arms here. Coming into a forward fold. And inhale, and as you exhale, slowly come up. And inhale, wrap your right hands up towards the sky. As you exhale, bend your right hand. Take your right hand into the center of your back and take your left hand to your right elbow. Coming in to Gomukhasana arms. And you can stay here, pressing your head back into your right elbow with your left hand on top of your right elbow. Or you can swing your left hand down and around. Coming into full go, come up. Can't say it this round. Or full arch your arms. And just breathe. Go ahead, take a big breath in as you exhale. Inhale, reach your hands all the way towards the sky. And as you exhale, wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a big hug. Right arm on top. Left arm underneath, tuck your chin in towards your chest. And inhale, reach your hands all the way up. And as you exhale, wrap your left arm underneath your right, coming in to your eagle arms on this side. Let's take a breath in as you exhale, fold forward, forward fold. Keeping your eagle arms. And take a breath in as you exhale, so unwind. Inhaling, hands going all the way up towards the sky. Folding up, coming out of your fold. Let's bend our left arm. Take our right hand to our left elbow. Left hand in the center of your back. Coming into our half archer arms. And again, option to stay here or to take that right hand hand down and around. Going for your full archer arms here. Pressing your head back into your left elbow. Maybe take a big breath in as you exhale, release. Inhaling, hands go all the way up to the sky as you exhale. Wrap your hands around you one more time. Left arm on top this time, right arm underneath. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. And go take a breath in as you exhale, release. Inhaling, hands go all the way up. As you exhale, let's keep our hands high. Take our right hand to our left wrist. Inhale, look up, gaze up. As you exhale, tilt back down over towards the right here. Gently pulling on that left arm. Gazing up underneath your left armpit here as you stretch out that left shoulder. Then take a breath as you exhale, come back up. Switch out your hands. Left hand comes to right wrist. Inhale, look up, gaze up. As you exhale, tilt down over towards the right. Maybe again you close your eyes. Take a big breath in as you exhale, come back to center. And then inhale, and as you exhale, make your way back up into your tabletop position. Planting your hands on the mat. Good. And from here, we're going to walk your knee like your knee. It's not just one knee, but both knees. A few inches behind you. Walk your hands out in front of you and drape your hips down to the mat. Good. Walking your hands out and over towards the long edges of your mat. Come into your seal pose here. Brighten your collarbones. Looking up, gazing up. Let's take a breath as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the mat. And then inhale as you exhale, press into your palms, seal pose. Inhale and exhale, lower, draping all the way down to the mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Two more. Inhale, lifting, lengthening. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, press up. As you exhale, lower. And then walk your hands a little bit wider than your mat. Here, inhale, press up all 10 of your fingertips towards the front of your mat. Taking a breath as you exhale, dip your right shoulder in towards midline. Gaze up over your left shoulder here. Maybe close your eyes. And then inhale in, and as you exhale, rise back up. Take a breath in at midline as you exhale, left shoulder down. Gaze up over your right shoulder. Taking this left shoulder and right shoulder as deeply as you can as you bend forward. Let's take an inhale, and as you exhale, rise back up. Inhale and exhale, right shoulder down towards the mat. Gaze up over your left shoulder. Taking a breath in, as you exhale, rise. Inhale and exhale, left shoulder down towards midline. Taking a breath in, and as you exhale, come back up. Inhale, right shoulder down. Exhale up. Inhale, left shoulder down. Exhale up. Do that one more time on each side. Inhale, right shoulder towards midline. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, left shoulder to midline. And exhale, rise up. One more. Take the right shoulder down as you inhale in. And as you exhale, rise. And then left shoulder down. Gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale, come up. And then take a breath in as you exhale. Just drape your entire spine down onto the mat here. Forehead coming to rest. Hands come down by your sides here. And then bring your favorite cheek to rest. And simply melt here for a moment. Arms can come up to field goals if you want. Okay. And then go ahead. Bring your arms out to a big T. And we're going to take a super intense shoulder stretch. So just be really mindful of your body here. Let's plant our right hand down. Turn our left fingertips. Take a breath as you exhale. Begin to roll up and over onto your right side body here. So you're rolling up onto your right shoulder in a way. Legs can stack one on top of the other. You can plant your left foot down the inside of your right leg for more support, so the midline of your mat. If you want to take the stretch a little deeper, you can plant your left foot on the outside of your right leg. So towards the long edge of your mat. And you can keep your left hand down on the mat, finger tented, or you can lift your left hand up towards the sky. And you can even bring it down and around, so that way you interlace your hands and you stretch out your shoulders.
And again, if you're looking for an even deeper variation, both feet can come to rest on the mat as you stretch out your shoulders here. But like I said, this is a super deep variation when both feet are down on the mat and your hands are interlaced. If your left hand's down on the mat, it's not as intense. But just find your variation of the pose that works best for you for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly unwinding your left hand down to the mat if you lifted it up. Planting both legs down, feet and legs down the mat before you roll all the way over back to midline. Take whatever movements here would feel really good on your shoulders. So maybe you straighten out your arms in front of you and then pull them back to T's. Maybe take your hands to your lower back and interlace them. Yoga mudra, pressing your knuckles down towards your heels, your choice. Or maybe you just lay here in perfect stillness. And then let's take a breath in. And as you exhale, tighten your right fingertips and begin to rock over onto your left shoulder. Gazing out over towards your right hand here as you rock. And again, option to keep your feet or your legs stacking one on top of the other. Option to bring right foot down the inside of your left leg here, so midline of your mat. Option to bring your left foot over to the out, or your right foot over to the outside of your left leg, so towards the long edge of your mat. And just take the stretch that feels best for this side. And it may not be the same exact stretch you took for your other side. Maybe you can take it deeper. Maybe you have to back off. But just listen to those shoulders of yours, being nice and kind to them. And simply breathe. Maybe take a big breath in as you exhale. Slowly begin to release here. Hands coming down by your sides. Favorite cheek coming to rest on the mat. And you can stay here for your final Shavasana. Maybe you roll over onto your back. Your choice. Just begin to rest here into your mat, melting into a puddle. As your breath becomes nice and easy. As you begin to let your thoughts drift away, coming to focus only here onto your breath. And then let that fall away as well, that focus on your breath. Coming into your final pose of rest, your final Shavasana. Staying here for as long as your day allows. Just making sure to take time for yourself at the end to slowly call movement back into your body. Taking time to offer yourself gratitude for everything you've been able to do today, both on and off of your mat. For taking this time out of your day for yourself and to move. And this is where I leave you. As always, it was an honor to teach. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope this class helped you stretch out and release your shoulders and those hands of yours and those wrists of yours. The light in me sees and honors that same light that's in all of you. Namaste.